Attention, small business owners and creatives. Are you looking for the perfect audience to share your brand story with? Well, the Girl Get Up podcast reaches ambitious professionals across key markets filled with decision makers in government, tech, and business, such as DC and Texas. But here's what makes this opportunity special. Our listeners span 33 countries across 6 continents. That means your brand has both national impact and global exposure. Whether you're offering productivity tools, online courses, women's empowerment products, or services that support career growth or entrepreneurship, this audience is for you. The Girl Get Up audience are filled with action takers who invest in their development and support brands that aligns with their values. And we're growing organically every week. The Girl Get Up podcast has loyal listeners and a community of dreamers and doers who are ready to discover brands like yours. Are you ready to connect with an audience that's already listening? Or visit my stand store or send me a message to explore sponsorship packages designed specifically for small businesses and creatives. The Girl Get Up podcast is the podcast where your brand meets your people. Now let's get into the episode for today. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Girl Get Up podcast. I am your host, the Aquarian Chancellor, and this is the podcast where I share my stories. I bring my guests on, they share their stories, all in hopes that it inspires you, the listening audience, to go out and discover your infinite possibilities. Now, today is a very special episode because it marks the official on the books 100th episode of the Girl Get Up Life and Times of the Infinite Dreamer podcast. So that means that it's officially 100 episodes. Today, this episode right here is 100. And that is a very, very special accomplishment to commemorate. Because if you have listened to any of my previous episodes, not all, but a few, I have mentioned that the average lifespan of a podcast is 6 months. So to make it this far, 2 years in, there will be 3 in this coming August, reaching 100 episodes today is something to be proud of. And I could not have done this or have gotten this far without the help of my guests and collaborators that have helped me along my journey. So, this episode is going to be an open letter to you, to every listener who pressed play, shared an episode, or chose to grow alongside the platform. I say thank you. Reaching 100 episodes of the Girl Get Up Life and Times of an Infinite Dreamer podcast is a reminder of why podcasting plays such a vital role in the digital space. This platform was built to help establish an online identity for not only myself, but for those guests that I've brought onto my show to help expand their reach worldwide and create an evergreen digital library of stories, strategies, vulnerability, all of those lived experiences that people can return to whenever they need encouragement and some direction. From day one, my mission has been to create a space where aspiring entrepreneurs can learn brand strategies that help them showcase their brilliance and their business and share their success stories with an audience around the world who are ready to support. That mission and that vision was born out of my own challenges and business, learning along the way, wanting to know, hey, how is everyone else traversing these challenges of trying to start a business, whether it was a side business or whether you were jumping head first into spreadsheets and business plans and tax all of those things to get your business off the ground. It was my wish and my desire to help people along the way. And that desire was born out of my own journey. If I could summarize my brand story in 5 words, those 5 words would be dreamer, determination, drive, deserving, and destined. And this podcast is the living expression of that journey. To the collaborators and interviewees or guests who have joined me from across the globe. Remember, we had our astrological career coach from Australia. We have our musical guest from the UK and from Israel. We have our coaches and educators from Nigeria. From all of those guests who come on and to share their stories and to be vulnerable with you all, the listeners. I just wanted to let you know that your voice is the heartbeat of the show. Through your stories, we have gone behind the scenes of the way you do your business, your operations. We have discussed what inspires you to start your businesses. We ask you on the show to highlight your success stories and to educate listeners about your products and your services and how they work in real life. You've allowed this platform through your willingness to become a place where personal growth and accomplishments are shared honestly, where relationships are built and bridges and where meaningful networking opportunities are created. You know, I always say I'm gonna include all of your information in the show notes. And that is to open up the door for people worldwide to reach out to you, to connect with you, to collaborate with you, to share with you in a meaningful way. Because of you, this podcast has grown into a community around purpose, progress, and possibility. One that fosters connection and reminds others that their story has power just like yours. As we step into the next generation of the Girl Get Up Collective, my vision remains clear, and that is to continue to build a space that fosters community around your brand, strengthens relationships, and helps entrepreneurs strategically leverage their products and services with confidence. This platform will continue to evolve with intention, expanding how we show up, connect, and create impact together. Stay tuned to the Girl Get Up Collective. There are more powerful stories that are going to be shared, and we're going to be diving deeper into ways to create new opportunities and to share those new opportunities with others because we want to bring more people in and, make more people aware of who you are and what you do. Okay, so I thank you all for joining me. This is not an easy journey. It is not. And to be 100 episodes in and to look back at a lot of things that are sacrificed to make sure that each week there's an episode, a new episode for the listeners to delve into and to learn from and to get value from and insights and a path forward is something to be celebrated. That is time and energy that it goes into formatting, doing the show, interviewing the guests, and then afterward, you're editing, you're listening, you being intentional about what you want to put out, developing show notes, developing titles, research, SEO, and now GEO, and all of this other now that we got AI and all of these things that goes into putting an episode together that is only for 1 hour, but the energy that goes into it, the desire to create something that'll last a lifetime is far more important than numbers. To create something that 10 years from now, someone who maybe just coming into the business world and they may listen to an episode and be like, "Oh my goodness, this is exactly what I'm going through. I need to hear this." When we put the these stories out to the world, we have no idea how many ears and how many minds it will reach. So I am going to continue to do my part until I say, you know what? It's time for me to move on to something else. Because to be truthfully honest with you all, as I started to rev up for season 7, I was like, you know what? I have achieved in my life, honestly, I have achieved every just about every major goal that I have. My only one left is travel. I have achieved every major goal. I am operating from a space of overflow. That realization came to me this year. It came to me this year. I am operating from a place of overflow. So I do this because I love it. I do this because when people come on and they are sharing what they know, and it is action. You can actually go and get to the next step from what people are sharing with you. If you will only take the time to listen. But me, uh, this is extra. And I'm doing it because I love it, not out of scarcity. So when I realized that I already had everything that I needed in the palm of my hand, whole complete viewpoint on the world shifted. I am operating out of a place of overflow and gratitude. So if there's anything that I can share on this platform that'll help you get to that space, I am more than willing. So with that, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to close out episode 100 so that we can go on over to the YouTube channel and be a little bit more interactive with my guests. I have created a forum for people to go on and share what episodes have been most impactful for them. My library is always up and available. You can go check it out at a multitude of different business owners with different experiences. So find yourself in the story. In conclusion, though, I would like to just give you all something to look forward to. I am rebranding to be, to get to the place where I'm a little bit more community focused. I am a self starter. I am very much so very independent when it comes to learning and on the search for what I personally need for where I see myself and where I see the podcast and the platform. That said, I have put together a special little treat for those who are self starters, such as myself. I'm going to be talking about that on the YouTube celebration. Now, I do understand that there are people who are more community focused, and I want to get back to that space where I can nurture. It is very difficult with the timing because I do have a little bit, and he is active and he does, sports and everything. And then work, of course, and then the podcast, which, like I said, explained earlier, with editing and trying to get everything together. Sometimes, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I be tired. I just don't have it. Don't I be tired. But I have put together a collective. I'm still working, hashing out a little bit more of the details. But if you follow my channel at all, or you follow my page, you'll see some of the visuals start, well, not some, just about all of the visuals are changing. And to come along with that, I am going to create a membership. It will be very minimal effort to keep it together. We're going to be meeting once a month and go over, strategies that I'm going to be introducing here shortly. I'm gonna just say this, y'all. Information is free at this point. It's pretty much free. Like, what I have learned is that people want to laugh. People want to talk about feel good things because work, 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 and no play, or a smile, a laugh, something to just enjoy our time together and it not be all about work sometimes. People want to get back to that. It's one thing that YouTube has told me is the reason why the numbers are up on stuff that is, you would think that it doesn't have any value, but honestly, people just want to feel good. You just want to kick back and you want to relax. And I want to create something where it is very low pace, slow pace, low effort, but we're still getting something. We're still learning something. We're still pushing the needle just a little bit, but it's in a feel good way. So I want to create um, the Girl Get Up Collective to have that type of ambiance and feel. But just a place of camaraderie and encouragement and upliftment with a little bit of education. So those are things to look forward to. So I am going to put all of the information in the show notes as I always do. But with that, everyone, thank you so much for your cooperation, for your participation, and for your collaboration in making sure that the Girl Get Up podcast will be here for another 100 episodes into the future. With that, everyone, take care, and I will see you next episode, which will be 101. Take care, everyone.